morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Hello, my name is Verónica Rodríguez, and I'm going to be your teacher for literature. This is literature number 1. And we're going to have a second semester with literature 2. Okay? Who of you likes to read? Who likes to read? You? You? Who else? You? More or less? Not very much?
Yes.
Yes? Do you like to read? Okay. Okay, for example, the girls that said yes, what do you like to read?
Novels.
Novels?
Like biographies.
Biographies, nice.
Novels as well.
Novels, manga. Who else? Okay, and those of you that do read, how much do you read? How many books or how many stories in 1 year, for example? 1 at least? 1 novel each year?
In year?
1 year?
No, maybe 6.
6, okay. 2, 4? Novels or stories? Okay. And another thing, when you read, do you read in books or do you read in your computers? Books? Books. Only books. Why?
I don't like to read in the computer because of the shine of the screen. It's much better to read like in a book with real pages.
It
It's
smells.
different.
Yes. I like books better, but I do read in the computer. Okay, and how do you like, well, all of you, you don't read probably a complete book in a year, right? But maybe you read some other things. Do you read magazines? Newspaper, nice. Marco, what could you read additionally? You don't know? Okay, it's okay. Well, I used to be very passionate about reading. Now I don't do it that much because I can't read really well. My eyes hurt. But the main objective for me, not of the class, but for me, is that you, at the end of this course, enjoy reading. That you say, okay, reading is okay, it's not disgusting. In many conditions or many times, I have had students that really say, I hate reading. So my objective is that you get to like reading, at least a little bit, okay? Now, in our theme book, it says that literature is an art. Okay? What other arts do we have? What can you name the 7 arts? Architecture.
Dance.
Painting.
Music.
Music.
Cinema.
Cinema is the
Yes.
8th art. And it is
Photograph.
wait.
Theater.
Theater.
Dance.
Dance. We're missing 2.
Sculpture.
Sculpture.
Writing. Or literature.
Literature. That's right. If we could find or mention one characteristic of all these, including cinema. No, cinema, no. Yes. What condition or characteristic could you say that all of these arts have in common?
They express thoughts.
Thoughts,
Creativity. Creativity.
creativity. Could you say that they pursue beauty? Sometimes cinema is not beautiful, sometimes literature is not beautiful, or sculpture is not beautiful, but they all try to express thoughts, feelings, beauty. If not beauty as it is, they try to make you feel some, to produce the same feelings, okay? To express the feelings of the other, but also that the reader or the viewer or something is stimulated by the production of these arts, okay? So, now, literature specifically is going to be an art that is related to basically the pursuit of beauty. Okay? So let's finish with this chart. And I would like you to consider the chart of communication, the process of communication. Okay, so what is the first step in the process of communication? You saw it in Taller de Lectura y Redacción last semester. That's going to be over here. But who's here? How do you say? Okay. Emitter or the source? And do you remember what are the other steps? We have
The channel, I think.
oh, the channel is going to be here.
The message.
The message is in the middle.
Your surrounding, right? Surrounding.
The surrounding is going to be all
Context.
around here. Yeah, the context is going to be all around here. This is a context. Context. We're missing two parts. This one?
Feedback.
Feedback. Very good. The needs. No, that's not needs. This is
It's how it's taking the message, right? How the other person,
Meaning.
no, the meaning, he's going to determine it, even though, let's forget about this, because in the place where I want to focus is going to be here. And that's where we're going to get a definition of literature. The source, specifically the source in literature, is going to have a very specific intention. And in all types of communication, the intention determines the intention of the author or the source is gonna determine the function of the language. Do you remember the functions of language? There was, we had emotive, remember? We had metalinguistic, okay? We had the one that gives us information, the one that relates us with other people. We have one that tries to convince us of other things. And the sixth one is the intention to communicate in a beautiful way. Remember what was that? Which one was that? It is very related to literature. Something very close. The intention here is obviously to transmit his feelings, his thoughts, his dreams, his fantasies, his all of his life, okay? But, and here is mandatory, that he focuses in the shape more than in the content, okay? So he is pursuing beauty, and therefore the function of language that he is going to use, he or she, is going to be poetic. Okay, now you remember? Okay, so we have all this information. We know that the context is going to be related to the source, obviously. Where is he? What has happened in his life? What is he wanting to communicate to us? He's going to make a message that has to do with all those things. And also, he's going to have his own context, okay? If you read Frankenstein in a stormy night, it's going to be different than if you read it in the school patio, okay? So it is really different. And additionally, we have the context inside the story. Is my story situated in the Second World War, or is it situated in, I don't know, India or in medieval times? So we have 3 contexts that are going to be interfering or participating in literature, okay? So with all this piece of information, can you help me create a definition of literature? Who wants to participate? Literature is? How could we say what is literature?
Literature is an expression of beauty through a message. Using,
okay, what was the first thing that we saw? That I wrote here. Literature is an art. Art in which? No.
express beauty.
The author creates or expresses. What does he express or she?
His thoughts and feelings.
Thoughts and feelings. What else?
The use of words.
Through the written use of words. In a beautiful way. Now,
Teacher, you misspelled which.
which means who beautiful way. Okay, now, could you please look up in your internet phones, things, another definition, or to check if our definition is close to reality? Could you look that up, please? Somebody? Very well behaved. Yes. Somebody in the door, please. Did you find something, Alex? Not yet. Did you find something?
Maybe the literature is also all the writing of an epoch or a movement. Like I know that too.
Yes, it's going to be, that is going to be like a literary trend. In a certain period of time, all the authors are going to use like the same type of writing, the same themes or topics. So yes, it's both things. Yes. But you don't, is this then very adequate? That would be my question. Did you find something like this?
I don't know. I don't like to add all the literature. It's gonna be beautiful. I think not all is beautiful.
What I mean with this, specifically in the intention, the thing is that if I tell you the story or the contents of Harry Potter or the story of Wuthering Heights, it has absolutely nothing to do with the real story. Because when the author wrote those two books, they give you the information drop by drop.
But I don't know.
So, and they take a lot of time in making that expression in a way that you don't, you can't foretell the ending.
But maybe it's not beautiful. Maybe it's aesthetic.
Well, aesthetic
Okay,
is.
because beautiful is another thing. Because, for example, the literature of Dada is not beautiful.
Of what?
Dada, the movement,
Yes, I don't
and
like
maybe the
yes.
correct word is aesthetic, not beautiful.
I'm going to say something that is really horrible. I don't think that Dada movement was very aesthetic, nor beautiful.
Maybe not the,
And there-
the way that we think beauty aesthetic, but it's another kind.
Yes, let's go back a little bit